Hey everyone, real quick before we get into it, don't forget to
like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Check out the podcast on Podbean. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, and Google Play.
And with all that said and done, let's get to it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 128 of the Hella Average Gamescast. Believe it or not, the gang is all here for another week of awesome video game news. What's up, Carmen and Jeremy?
You know, here to talk to you guys about the birds and the bees because you guys can't keep your hands off each other.
I never understood that. How are birds and bees having sex? Not even the same species.
Well,
we see hideous bird-bee hybrids all over the place.
Have you ever been on the internet?
Constantly.
Well then, I'm sure you can find it.
I ain't looking up birds and bees.
you should just type it in one day, Jeremy. Just see what comes up.
Oh, I guarantee there's bird and bee porn out there too. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
If it exists, there's porn of it, so they say. I wouldn't know anything about that. Oh man, so we got a few news topics to go over. It's been a very, very slow week, but we got a really heated topic with the launch of a certain new cloud gaming platform, which will remain nameless. But before we get to that, Jeremy, have you been playing anything that was just so cool the world had to know about it?
Well, I've been on my usual grind of Trails of Heroes. Still loving it. But I did pick up a new game that was on sale on the PS Plus. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. Got it for $11. Damn good deal. And it's a 3D arena fighter like Jump Force and J-Stars and all that stuff, but with all the JoJo characters, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the art style, matches the show perfectly. But I would say fighting-wise, it's better than J-Stars, but not as good as Jump Force. So, worth the $11, but I didn't piss because I paid $60 for it. I love the huge array of characters. They have like pretty much every character from the show available to play, which is awesome. I love the fact that you can spend money to buy just different poses, which are just for posing, which is very JoJo-like. Story is stupid. They did that anime trope thing where it's just, hey, there's this magical MacGuffin that allows, for time travel and resurrection, so we can have so-and-so who died a long time ago come back and fight. Very much like, Xenoverse was. Just stupid, dumb, and I don't care. I'm just playing through just to grind, get my JoJo's strong, get some cool poses. So, been doing that to break up a little bit with the Trails of Cold Steel.
Very cool. So you got 2 games kind of taking up your time right now.
Yeah, something to break up the monotonies.
Very nice, very nice. Doesn't adding another fighter to the list is always good, especially when it's 11 doll hairs.
Yes.
You can't beat that.
Someone at work told me about it, and I was like, man, I've been waiting for that game to go on sale for $11. Can't pass that up.
It doesn't get much better than that. What about you, Carmen? What have you been playing that the world needs to know?
I've been playing Call of Duty quite a bit, and I've had some pretty awesome games. I had a few really good ones 2 nights ago, and then I have been playing Pokemon Sword.
Okay, do tell some of your Pokemon journeys.
Well, I have finished all the gyms.
Wow. Almost done with the game then, right?
Yeah, I have to go do like the final challenge and stuff. I don't know what else that's going to entail. So I'm currently training up. I currently have my Switch in my hands, fighting Pokemon to get ready. And I bought Sword so Cam could get Shield. And then the man didn't even buy the game yet.
Yeah, he got the balls.
It's just because
I should have been like, whoever goes first gets whatever they want, because I really wanted Shield.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want Carmen. You got to understand, Carmen's going to need the head start. So when I get the game, it's going to hurt him so much. He's going to wish I would have never bought it. So I just wanted to give him some time to enjoy the game before I decided to jump in on it.
Cam, sir, by the time you get this game, I'm going to have already bred 3 out of my 6 perfect Pokemon.
That's fine. I'm not worried about that.
I'm telling you, I'm planning on truly training Pokemon for competitive gameplay.
I want you to be the number 1 Pokemon trainer in the whole world. I want to see you on stage in Las Vegas then.
I just want you to be ready for that. So you're your grind up is not going to be nearly as intense.
My grind's going to be just fine. I've been grinding since you was sucking on a pacifier, boy.
Boy. Yeah, so my highest Pokemon right now is level 54.
Very nice, very nice. Is the max the same as always, like level 99?
Or a 100. I don't remember if they let it go to 100 or if they stop at 99.
I can't remember now either.
But don't worry. I'm going to clippity clap you up.
Well, you know, while you've been training Pokemon, I beat Outer Worlds twice. So that was fun. The second playthrough was a straight run through with like this melee character that was badass. Regen health with every swipe of my blade, so that was pretty cool.
When you going for the speed run?
I looked at the speed run, man. It's tough. There's no way I can speed run that game. These speedrunner guys, I mean, I could, but like, they spend 10 hours a day training in this game to shave off a tenth of a second.
Is it a legit speed run, or is it one of those like I'm going to glitch through the ground to get to the end?
No, I mean they have glitchless speed runs.
Okay, because that's the glitch ones I don't care about. I'm interested to see how quickly people can legit beat a game.
Yeah, I mean it's like the lowest percent possible glitchless speed run, whatever that is. So I've been playing
like 30 minutes.
What'd you say it was, Carm? 36?
No, it's like the speed run is like 12 minutes now.
Woo!
Whoa, shit! That's insane, people.
Yeah, let's see. I'll pull it up right now.
While Connor's pulling that up, he can just interrupt me. I've been playing Rage 2. So
okay. Did you buy that recently, or have you had that?
I didn't buy it. I subscribed to Games Pass when I got Outer Worlds. And it's on there, so I really wanted to play it. So I downloaded it. I've been playing it. It's fun. It's like a Mad Max game on steroids. Like the Mad Max free-to-play game that came out a while back. It's like that on steroids. It's a little bit more into it.
It's a first person. Mad Max is like a third person.
Yeah. This one is first
GTA
person.
Almost.
The only
it's just
time...
like, it's the settings the same though.
The setting is the same. Yeah, this one's a first person shooter. The whole point, and I never played the original Rage, but I guess this race of beings got sent underground, and then now they've made their attack on you, and you're a ranger, and you go around through this open world and get powers through what's called arcs, and then you go train to fight the bad guy. So, fairly straightforward game. I hear it's fairly linear to be an open world game, but I'm having fun with it so far.
Please tell me though, when you like run up and shoot someone in the face, you go Ranger Danger.
Never heard Ranger Danger in the game yet, but that is now that I hear you.
No,
say
I mean
I'm
you in real life have to yell that Ranger Danger. Bam.
Oh well, I'll start doing that from now on. I'll never not say it. Yes. What do you got?
Any percent time with loads is 12 minutes 44 seconds.
That's insane.
Any percent on Supernova difficulty is 13 minutes 31 seconds. And then with all companion quests completed, 50 minutes 46 seconds. Complete all the quest lines for the 6 companions.
Insane.
So the any percent is insanely fast.
I don't know how they do that, to be honest. It's crazy.
So yeah.
I'll look into it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Fun game, though. It was just scratched that itch that I had going, and it was amazing.
I mean, you did it in like 7 hours playing casually.
Yeah, my first playthrough was like 20-something hours, 20 hours or something. And then my second playthrough, which was I knew what I was doing, mainlining the story mode, no cutscenes, was like 7 hours.
I don't know if 12 minutes 44 seconds is possible on console because these are all PC runs.
Right.
But you can join their Discord and learn.
Hi, fellow speedrunners. I'm new to this group. How do I speedrun?
You think they have speedruns of Fallout 76, or is it just like
where they just cut it on and cut it right back off? Yes.
It's just like, how long can we play this till we just go, fuck this, I'm out.
Let's see.
How long can you stare at the Fallout 76 symbol before you cut off the game?
Fallout 76, main quest solo, there are no runs.
Because there's no quests. That's where they fucking get you.
Oh.
All right. Y'all ready to talk about some news?
All right, let's get into it.
All right, well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some
news.
All right. So let's start out with what everybody's been waiting for.
Well, 2 people.
Carmen and Cam's Google Stadia extravaganza. And Jeremy, please feel free to chime in and ask questions that you think the world wants to know. I want to let Carmen have the floor. I want to hear his take on the Stadia launch from day one up until right now. And then I'll follow up with mine.
So, launch was rocky on Google's behalf, but I just kind of ignored it because I was at work. So I didn't like let it get to me that things weren't happening and things weren't moving. I was an ill-prepared customer, so to say. So when I got home on the day that Stadia launched, I did play it on my laptop, which failed miserably. I don't really understand why my Wi-Fi is bad on my laptop, because it works fairly well. And then I switched immediately over to my iMac, and that was flawless. It mimics standard PS4 graphics on this iMac screen. And then I go to sleep, I wait a day. I come home to a beautiful white box. Packaging was immaculate. I got that, grabbed the controller out immediately to put it in my hands to see how it felt. Controller is heavy, has a good weight to it. The sticks feel good, the buttons feel good. The bumpers and the triggers are soft, which I don't like. I kind of like snappy, like really responsive triggers. And these ones feel like there's not a lot of spring in them. So like I'm like really looking for something like super snappy.
How's that D-pad? Because I don't like the way it looks.
I don't know if I've even used the D-pad, Jeremy, to be honest.
Because I looked at it, and it looks like too flat. If that makes sense, like it should protrude more.
Hang on 1 second, I'll just go grab it.
Okay.
I have used the D-pad, Jerry Bear, so for me, it snaps. It doesn't feel like it presses down a lot. Like you'll hear the click, but you don't feel like you're really pressing down a lot. And it is rather flat in the middle, but I think it does have some raises when you get towards the each end of the left, right, up and down portions, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has like a little slope to it.
Yeah.
But the buttons are snappy on that, actually.
Yeah, it's
like,
very snappy.
I'm not really faulting them for that, because I know like they probably did that to avoid getting like sued by Nintendo, because they have like a crazy like copyright thing on the like their D-pad, which is what I like. That's why if you like Sony's has that like that empty space in the middle. But I looked at that and I was like, it just looks like it's just kind of flat. Like it would easily like misregister. Like if I say I was doing like Street Fighter and I was trying to do Hadouken, it would like misregister like the down diagonal and all that stuff.
I think you'd be surprised. This thing is fairly snappy. I like the way it responds. And one thing I'll speak.
But I'm not sure that it would be good for Street Fighter.
Well, you could try it with like Mortal Kombat 11's on there.
I was using it for Samurai Showdown, and I didn't feel any misinputs, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's a good game to test it on, 'cause that's very Street Fighter like, and it's like special moves and whatnot.
I will say I love it because it's a big controller. It fits my hands great.
Isn't it about the same size as like a Pro controller for the Switch?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. So yeah, I feel like it looks like that. But when I put the Stadia controller on top of the DualShock controller, it covers up the entire DualShock from a like a straight on view.
Would you say this is too big for like someone like me who has smaller hands?
I could see it giving trouble to someone that had smaller hands.
But it's no Duke.
It's no Duke. No.
It didn't hurt my hands playing with it, and I probably have the smallest hands out of all of us.
Really? Interesting. I never looked at your hands.
They're perfect for making meatballs.
Yeah, they're good for making meatballs.
Well, what else did you think about the gameplay? I think that's what most people are wanting to hear, Con.
I mean, everything at this point is relevant. I mean, it's only been out for 2 days. The gameplay is smooth, other than the issues I have with my laptop, so I'm not entirely sold that it can be played on almost any laptop or anything that you own. So, Samurai Showdown in 4K is amazing. Playing off the Chromecast is the best experience for this, in my opinion, because it just looks amazing.
Have you played on your TV yet?
Yeah, that's where I've played it at, off the Chromecast.
Okay. I just heard you mention your laptop and your iPad or whatever it was, or
iMac. Yeah, and then I played Destiny, and Destiny in 4K is like a brand new experience. It's the gameplay is smooth. The latency is perfect from what I can tell. The things that like I have to get used to is like shooting with these soft bumpers. So I'm satisfied with the service. Things that are going to be hard for like the hurdles that I'm going to notice are that like the player base in a game like Destiny is slow because it's not cross-platform. So we're going to need a lot of cross-platform games to have like parties essentially.
Like Rocket League?
Oh, yeah, I mean, if Rocket League comes to Stadia, it will be cross-platform because they're already there.
I'm just saying, like, that'd be a great
Oh,
cross-platform.
yeah, that would be a great addition. But overall, I'm happy with the 2 games that they gave for free. And
What they give you Samurai Showdown for free?
Samurai Showdown for free.
Okay. These guys get to play it up, and you can give me more of a challenge next time we fight.
I still don't understand
Still
that
suck
damn
at
game,
it.
Jeremy. I got one cool counter, and I was like, shit, yeah, I'm the man. And then I got beat.
What makes you feel any better? I felt like I was playing a game I've never played before when I fired up Destiny last night, so
Oh, I'm sure.
it was weird. Let me go. Okay, so first off, when Carmen said the launch was rocky, I would have to agree in the strongest sense that it was like a rock slide from the top of Mount Everest.
Really? I thought you had no strong opinion one way or the other.
So I started with the morning. I got my ship code on Thursday. Or no, what day did it launch? The 19th. So I got my ship code on the 18th, whatever day that was. And that was like 7 o'clock that night. Started griping the next morning because I woke up no code. Started reading, found out they don't send the code till 12 o'clock Eastern, which is where we are on the East Coast here. So still didn't get a code at 12:01. I'm griping and complaining on social media. Where's my code? Because, the thing was is that, Carmen and I both pre-ordered not just day one, but like they announced the Founders Pack and we were ordering within an hour, so I expected something a little bit different. I would expect a company with, a solid email structure like Google has to be able to send out codes, but I digress. I ended up getting this code at something like 5 o'clock on that afternoon. I'm at work. So I set my account up real fast and I get on Samurai Showdown at work, play a game. It runs really well. A little bit of hiccups here and there, but it ran and it worked. So that was really cool. I was playing mouse and keyboard. So I come home, immediately go to my laptop, I hook up my DualShock to my Mac, and it is atrocious. I can't, I'm walking in Destiny. I'll let go of the stick and I'll keep walking for like 4 seconds after that. It would cut off. It would tell me that my connection wasn't stable enough. So I was very, very salty on launch night. I was like, this sucks. All my hopes and dreams are crushed.
You were at Morton's factory.
I was
I didn't hear you.
All day.
I didn't hear you complaining after you got your code.
Right.
I saw yeah, you must have been DMing Carm directly.
Well, no, I just at that point I just stopped griping and started playing I played the Xbox or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
So let's fast forward a little bit. I'm kind of salty. I'm steaming all day. I think that this is going to be terrible. Bad launch. They've already had a lot of, the deck is already stacked against them because they're trying to break into a space they haven't been in before. There's stiff competition with, other cloud gaming. The rumor is that Amazon's going to try to make their move fairly soon. So I'm like, man, Google just didn't do what they needed to do. Still don't like the launch. This launch was a terrible launch.
Yes,
However,
it was.
that being said, I get home from work last night, and I also have a crispy white box, and the packaging was very nice. It was minimalistic. You open the box, the controller's on top, you take a piece out, and then there's your Chromecast with your instructions. So set it up. Setup's fairly easy. You got to use your phone to set up the Chromecast, and you can only buy games on the app at this point. So it's a very basic UI on the app. But one thing I did before I even started up Stadia is I had noticed recently at home, our cell phones would drop Wi-Fi. Everything else would run, all the main, my main components, but my cell phones and my wife's cell phones would drop. So I get on my Wi-Fi or my router config, and I reset my bands, pick the best channels, and optimize my Wi-Fi for what's going on. Pop the Chromecast in, get it on my 5G wireless, start playing Destiny. I played Destiny and Samurai Showdown for 3.5, maybe 4 hours, and had maybe 2 stutters the entire time. So much better experience.
My question here real quick is, do you think it was doing better because you did all that crap with your router or because you're using the official controller?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I think that my Wi-Fi is optimized at this point. Maybe it didn't optimize from when I moved back from my apartment to the house and I didn't mess with the settings. I don't know. But see, before that, my PlayStation worked just fine. My Xboxes, all my Fire TV, Roku, but our cell phones would drop. So I just went ahead and did that. I haven't gone back and tried it on the laptop yet, but the experience that I got on the TV with the Chromecast is the experience that I wanted to see with Stadia. There was no latency, or no felt latency. I'm sure there was, but it didn't feel any different than console. Like I said, other than maybe 2 hiccups, and it would hiccup, and then it would catch right back up. It played almost flawlessly. So if it can keep that level up, along with building this library and giving good free games, at this point, I don't think it's worth paying $10 a month and still having to buy games. But if they can build this library up, start getting some of these exclusive games, I think me and Carmen were talking about a good indie title should be there, a good arcade type game. It can survive. It can do good. And Google put a lot of money into this, so they're not just going to drop it. So I still have high hopes. I think I'm still happy for it. I'm glad I got the purchase. I don't know how many games I'm going to buy for it right now. That'll remain to be seen, but if they continue to make this better, continue to upgrade the infrastructure, continue to optimize, I think that this will be a successful platform based on what I'm seeing from last night.
I was wanting to ask you, are they going to give you like a free game every month like PS Plus does?
Yeah, with the Pro subscription, I think they give you one. The plan is to give you 1 or 2 free games every month, or however they do it.
Okay, because as far as I knew, it was just you were getting Destiny 2 for free, and then you had to buy everything else.
Yeah, well, originally it was just Destiny 2, and they added Samurai Showdown like kind of there close to the end. But they gave Destiny 2 with all the free DLC, including the new one that's like a $40 DLC, so that's pretty cool. And
I would still say, though, just to see how it works, I would try playing it with your PS4 controller at some point, just to see, now that you fixed your internet connection, see if it was just the controller doing it. Or if
it has nothing to do with the controller.
So it was just his settings.
It wouldn't be the controller, but it would be a difference of, my Mac might have a different wireless receiver than the Chromecast might, so it could be that.
Okay. I thought maybe like this was optimized for the Google controller or whatever.
You can definitely tell. I mean, it's definitely optimized in the Chromecast. I couldn't imagine. I mean, you can play it with any other controller, but just the way like this controller's feels with the Chromecast just feels good. Feels snappy. It's got, you hold down the middle button, which would be like the PlayStation or the Xbox button, and it gives you, an option to exit game, exit the main menu, pause game. I think there's some other things there. Very basic stuff to start with. And one thing me and Carmen noticed is that the actual Pro discounts, not on every game, but on the majority of the games, were a fairly good discount.
Yeah, no, the store is definitely friendly. Like, the prices are good if you have your Pro subscription. Currently, at this point, you're not on there if you don't have a Pro subscription or the Premier. So, you're going to get good deals. Like I said, player base is going to be hard to build. So if you're looking for a multiplayer experience currently, you're going to run into some hiccups. So, I'm satisfied with it. I'm in the same boat, though. I'm not purchasing games for it right now. But just to have it and have options is nice. It's a good way to mix things up. And for $10 a month, I spent $120 on worse things. Like, that's 3 times, not even sometimes. That's 3 dinners that I don't go out to eat on. So it's like I'm not missing out on anything. So.
Right. I agree. I think overall, so the launch, I mean, I'm very, very disappointed. That was a terrible launch. But overall, I think I am satisfied with the product. I think that where it is at launch, even though I do think it's rushed, I think where it is and where it's going is good. I think it's proven that it can do, for the most part, what they claim they can do. So, Jeremy, when we get our buddy codes, you can get one and tell us what you think.
No, thank you.
I remember we talked about this. He's like, I'm not touching it.
I mean, honestly, just hearing like how much crap you had to go through just to get it set up, I'm not.
The setup is so easy. Like, the setup is literally the easiest thing you can do if you just plug in a controller to your computer.
No, thank you. I've actually tried plugging in a controller to my computer because to run.
Oh, your computer probably blows up.
No, it just wouldn't recognize it.
That's when it starts smoking.
Because I tried using like some of my 8-bit doos. I tried using my PS4 controller. It wouldn't recognize anything. It would just not even find them. So.
Yeah, your PS4 controller should be standard at this point. You probably should update your computer, Jeremy.
It updates all the damn time without me wanting it to.
Well, yeah.
Jeremy has the technological prowess of an 80-year-old man.
No. 79.
79, that's what it was.
With the penis of a 28-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a viable option. It's going to be a stir in the gaming community.
I'm glad you think so.
I think I'm gonna renege on my statement a little bit about it being the future of gaming. I do think cloud gaming is still the future of gaming, but where it's at right now, I don't think it's going to do that. Just right now.
That's been the topic of discussion from the beginning. That of course it's not going to be where we need it right now. This is literally the first foray into this.
Yeah, and I guess sometimes the first people don't do. I mean, somebody else can come along and take this model and do better. I guess that's how businesses grow and things get better. But I still think that cloud gaming is where it's going. I think I do. After seeing this, I think that's where it's headed for sure.
I think it's one of the directions. This is not going to replace standard consoles. It's not going to replace Steam, digital downloads, physical media. But I do think it has the potential to be another avenue for gaming. Just like how like streaming movies is an option, as well as downloading them, as well as buying them, and so forth.
Yes, but this is definitely they're pushing in this direction. So like Microsoft is pushing xCloud, and reviews of xCloud are coming in not as hot as Stadia.
But see, I don't disagree with you. The gaming companies are, but they're doing that because it's more beneficial to them. It's not beneficial for the consumer. It's beneficial for the companies.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a way to make more money because they can sell you like we paid what, $139?
Yeah, $130, $129 plus tax.
$129.99 plus tax. Yeah, it came out to like $130 some. So like overall, like for the piece of hardware that I got a controller that's easily worth $60. I got a Chromecast that nobody has the software of this Chromecast on their Chromecast unless you bought Stadia right now.
I did the math that the controller and the Chromecast by themselves pay for the bundle.
Okay, and then you get 3 months free. Super easy, like $30. And it looks better than the PS4 Pro. The graphics alone look better than the PS4 Pro.
Well, and you get 2 games. You get Destiny and a $39 expansion.
You got a game that used to be $60 that's now free.
You got a
$40 expansion.
It's still like $50 or $49.99, I think.
And they're running games that are currently selling at $60 for $30.
Like what?
I'd have to go back and
NBA 2K20.
Look. Yeah, 2K. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's the only game game
that sells gangbusters at $60.
I was saying the only game I knew that was on sale for $30 was like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that's been as low as $15.
Yeah, so
PS4 and Xbox.
Once the library builds up, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem to the gaming industry.
A good problem.
Yes.
For sure.
It's going to be a thorn in Microsoft's side. It's going to be a thorn in Sony's side. The only thing that the companies have in their favor over Google is that they've been in gaming for so long. So they do know what they're doing, but we have seen them drop the ball.
And I kind of read an article and I skimmed over it and I can't remember where it's from, but it actually talked about there's only 3 companies in the entire world that have the infrastructure and power to do this, and it's Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. And all 3 of them are either rumored to make their way into the space. So, take that for what it's worth. That's why Sony's not going to do it. Sony doesn't have this power. Sony leverages Microsoft servers as it is right now.
Well, Sony also just didn't have the money for it either.
That's what I'm saying. They just don't have the money, the infrastructure.
Shit.
They don't. Yeah, they just don't. They're not as widespread as those top 3.
And while I think Nintendo has the money, they really don't like. Let's just say they're very anti-progressive technology.
Yeah, I'm not sure Nintendo goes into cloud streaming in the next century.
I was gonna say if cloud streaming does become the wave of the future and all that, Nintendo will hop on about 50 years later.
A lot of Nintendo's selling features are their physical copies, their amiibos, their just stuff is always physical with them. Their special editions of this and that. You know what I mean? Like they have a very heavy presence in the actual physical culture.
I will say this though, that's another knock against like the streaming thing for me is I do like getting like really nice special editions that come with like statues and shit. And you just really won't get that with streaming and all.
I agree.
I mean, there's any number of things could happen. These things could be sold. These bundles could be sold. And then it just comes with all the goodies and a little code that you type into Stadia.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the same pop, Like I said, I'm a physical collector. I like having that disc on the shelf and so forth. Like I don't even I don't even like, I think it was a DuckTales Remastered. They had a physical release, and all it was just an empty case with a code. I was like, no, thank you. That's just pointless at that point. Like, I gotta have the actual media there. I gotta have my my physical case. Gotta have my physical game, my physical swag. That's why I don't ever do like any kind of collector's editions where it's just, oh, here's a digital soundtrack, here's a digital comic book. I'm like, I'll just get a standard edition at that point.
Yeah, the only thing that's still going to be a hurdle for Stadia is that I see people talking about it, and I see people asking about it, and I've had people ask me about it in different Discord channels. And they still are like thinking that this is a like subscription service that gets you games, and like that it like just came with the library. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. Like, you still have to purchase games.
This is not Netflix. This is not Games Pass. You pay the subscription for the perks, and you still pay full price or a discounted price for the game.
See, I think if they did do a subscription service that got you games, that would have been, they would have sold a lot more.
Oh, it would have
units.
been game, but if this was like Games Pass, it would have sold hand over fist. But again, Google doesn't have that play. They don't have that.
No.
You know, Microsoft had that log. Yeah, Microsoft had that library sitting around.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm more in favor of something like Games Pass. Because if I was going to do it, I would want like a Netflix kind of game where I pay a flat fee and I get access to a ton of games versus paying a monthly fee plus paying to stream games and so forth.
I agree. I mean, people are right in your camp too, Jeremy. Believe me. I've heard so much on the other side. It's ridiculous.
Like I said, only time will tell how this plays out.
I agree. I think it's a good first foray into it, and I'm actually, like I said, I am overall satisfied with what I got. And, you know, once we get a month in, 2 months in, and the release is a little bit more behind us, you know, if the service keeps being solid, it'll just be, you know, more and more praise. So I'm excited to see that.
I got to ask you, Cam, how many things are you subscribed to every month now?
You know,
you got
believe it or
Games
not,
Pass, you got Disney Plus, you got
Games Pass for
Stewart
$1, Jeremy.
Stadia.
He's canceling that shit.
Really?
I don't know yet, actually. I might not. We'll see. I'm on the fence. I'm playing Rage 2 right now.
You're on the fence. You're playing games because there's nothing out on the PS4 right now that you really want, that you want to play, and that you want to purchase today.
Well, it's that Star Wars game.
You know, again,
he wants the game, but he doesn't want to purchase it today.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want a lot of games I still want to purchase.
You know, who knows? I might not even own a PlayStation next gen.
I actually was thinking about that today.
Really? About you not being on there or Cam not being on there?
About me not being on PlayStation
really?
in the next generation.
I can tell you this. I'm going to go to whichever platform offers me the best value.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it looks now, that's going to be Microsoft.
I'm still sticking with PlayStation because I go where the games are, and Xbox doesn't have anything I care about still. Like I said, unless you heard our podcast last week where it said if they bring out Banjo 3.
I did.
That's a definite, that's a swayer right there.
As a launch title, you said Banjo-Kazooie. Right?
Oh, God, that'd be freaking amazing. But like I said, I got to follow The Last of Us and God of War and, you know, all these PlayStation exclusives I love so much. Plus, the PS5 is just shaping up nicely from all the rumors I hear and so forth. With it being backwards compatible with PS4, if that's true, then it's basically like getting a PS4 Pro as well. So I can't not get it.
What got you swayed a little bit, Carmen?
I was just thinking about it, like the models that I've seen of the PS5, like of the dev unit. If the dev unit resembles anything closely to what the system looks like, the thing is fucking hideous.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't like the look of it.
But then again, I was also thinking, like, why not just Switch? We're going to be in a generation where cross-platform is going to be super relevant. And like, if I miss a few exclusives, the PS5 will eventually be on sale.
I was going to say, are you really going to pass up God of War 2 if they do that? Because I know how much you love God of War.
I mean, I've passed up a lot of good games, Jeremy.
Again,
I don't ever have missed game remorse.
I've had a couple.
I have
but then I got them later on, so.
Because the games that I thought I would like miss out on that I've purchased, I've been disappointed.
I've had that once or twice too.
Like, there's just too much hype.
What
I do think is that the PS5 is going to come with exclusives out the jump, like strong games.
Well, since we're already talking about the PS5, why don't we move on to the next bit of info?
Yeah, we can. We can talk. I think this kind of moves in well with the leaks. So, Jeremy, go ahead and mention those leaks you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I saw some leaks today, which I believe them because they sound very, very much in line, where the PS5 is expected to launch November 20th, 2020, which will be right in line with the PlayStation's 25th anniversary, and it'll launch for a suggested suggested retail price of $499, which is pretty much right where I was hoping it would be. Because I knew we weren't going to get 400. I was hoping it wouldn't be higher than 600, so 500, smack right where I want it to be. I think that's a great price for it. It's one of those, though, I don't plan on pre-ordering a PS5, because I don't have to have one right away, but if I were to see one in the wild, I would not hesitate to pick one up at all.
Yeah, I can get behind this league. I think the time for sure. The price I'm good with. I want it to be there. I thought it might be a little bit more, but I could see it dropping at that price if they're going to take their loss on the hardware and make it up later. This leak sounds very well within the realm of possibility.
Yeah. I mean, like, especially because, like, with previous rumors, I think they said it was around December 3rd, but I believe that this one said that they pushed it up because the anniversary ends, like, at the end of November, so they want to get out before then, which makes sense. Plus, it gives you a little more shopping time for Christmas and whatnot. Like, I do think, like, if it does launch at November 20th, you're not going to be able to find one until after Christmas. That's going to be, like, the hot item that year.
Oh, of course. If you want one at Christmas, you better pre-order.
No. So I'll probably end up like, if it does come out, I'll probably end up picking one early 2021 with hopefully, like, some amazing exclusives, like Resistance 4.
Yeah, buddy.
Siphon
Filter.
2.
What?
I think you have a better chance of getting Horizon 2.
I really do think we'll probably get Horizon 2.
I think you'll get that for sure.
Yeah.
Carmen, weren't you saying that you think the price is going to come in a little bit higher?
Yeah, like, this price is too low, in my opinion, for the hardware that they're promising.
Well, it's like we were saying earlier. They're going to have to sell at a loss.
But they all sell at losses, but they don't sell at a loss like this, in my opinion.
Well, it depends. Like you said, as advancements in software and all that stuff, you have to still keep it reasonable in order to get in people's houses, because you're going to make that sales up in games. I don't know
what did the
anyone
4 launch at? Was it 400?
$499. Yeah.
So the PS4 launched at $499 too?
Mm-hmm. But you also got to remember the PS3 launched at $599, and it was back in, like 2006, 2007.
Oh, yeah.
And
terribly overpriced.
It bombed off the start because it was so freaking expensive. I think that's another reason they're trying to keep it lower, because they got to keep in competition with Microsoft, and they know if they launch too high again, they're gonna go like the Xbox One did. They're gonna lose that early ground, and Xbox is gonna overtake them out the gate. And I really think that this next gen, this launch is gonna be real close. Like, I think PS5 and Xbox are gonna be real close together, and this isn't gonna be one where it's just boom, Xbox takes right off or PS5 takes right off, unless like one side really screws up. And so far I'm seeing Sony so far is doing very good at not screwing up. Xbox, I haven't seen anything yet. I don't think they're going to screw up. I have to actually see some stuff. I need to know pricing. I need to know what it looks like and so forth. But I think they're going to be really strong this year, too. So this is going to be a really close one, this next-gen battle.
I think so, too. But, y'all know as good as I do that Microsoft has handed their gold medal off before. They're all but sure win off before and just shot themselves in the foot. So, don't count them out yet, Jeremy. They may
not at all. Well, I will say this though, looking at history and all that stuff, they're poised to take the next gen.
I agree,
because it usually goes where like Sony does really well, then they fuck up, then Microsoft takes over, then they do really well, then they mess up, and then Sony takes over, and so forth. So Microsoft's due.
The circle of life.
Yeah, I don't think
that.
that Microsoft is going to show their cards early enough that Sony gets to make a decision against them.
Mm-hmm. That would be smart.
Because I think they're playing this game where they're like, if we just continue to hold out on information, Sony's going to feel like they have to do it, and I feel like they're falling right into the trap.
That's a very good point, because I think Sony's doing this to build up hype for the PS5, which is smart, but at the same time, Microsoft is keeping their cards close to the chest so they can see what Sony is doing to counter it, which is also smart.
Yeah, so if the rumor's true and they're coming in at $499, this Xbox could come in at $449.
Mm-hmm.
Just a small little price difference. It all depends, though.
That little $50 makes all the difference. That's a game right there, basically, or a controller. People look at the two consoles and go, "Well, they're almost exactly the same, but this one's $50 cheaper. I get an extra game or extra controller."
Trust me, that has a lot of pull. We'll see. I'm excited. I think November is going to be the date. They're going to put it out enough for Christmas, so Lot
think
to
so.
be excited for next year. I'm glad. I'm really excited for this next gen. They're pushing it really hard. I'm excited to have load times virtually be a thing in the past. 2-second,
Yes.
3-second load times. That's going to be sweet. If you're on Stadia, the load times are still going to be a thing, but probably not as bad as they were. All right. Let's talk about Valve real quick. Everybody's been wanting Half-Life 3. So you know what Valve did? They say, we're going to give you Half-Life VR.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Alex or Alex is what it is.
I think it's Alex. I've never played the game.
Yeah,
so
it's a VR game. So it's a VR title. Valve is launching, and the Half-Life crowd seems really happy. It's not really Half-Life 3, quote unquote, but it's more Half-Life.
It's more than they've had the last 15 years. So, and I mean, it's Half-Life. It's already an FPS. This is VR. They're made for FPSs, so seems like a good fit.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not interested in it, but
no, me neither.
The Half-Life diehards, more power to them. Carmen, you excited about it? What do you think about the announcement?
Oh, I'm totally stoked about a VR game.
Do you care about Half-Life at all, Carm?
No,
yeah.
I could care less.
So
it has it has too much hype behind it. Has too much of this fandom behind it.
I 100% agree. So it's safe to say no Valve fanboys here?
No, it kind of missed the boat on me.
I never got the hype either. Their games are fine. They're not I don't think they're bad, but I just don't see the appeal.
I mean, I love Portal.
No, they're good games.
I love Portal. I'd be more excited for more Portal news.
I'm kind of in the camp of I think Portal's a bit overrated. I know me, never with the spicy takes and all that, but
I know, I got you. I mean, I just know how big of an announcement this was and how much of a crowd they have and a following. So they're going crazy right now. That's good for them. Great. Valve hasn't made a game in years.
God, decades almost.
The last thing they did, I think, was the Orange Box, and that wasn't even really a game, was it? It was just
Portal 2.
Was
Portal 2, I think, was last time.
Okay. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll bring it up as soon as we get some more information on it. We'll make sure to get it straight to your speakers. And last but not least, something that's really cool that we just had to bring in because we've talked about it so much in the past in some of our past episodes. Tetris Effect is getting an official release of their soundtrack, which is pretty awesome. So go check it out or go get it. It's really cool. I like their soundtrack.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. I love the music in that game.
Yeah, the soundtrack slapped.
It is crispy. Ooh.
Crispy with the capital K?
Capital P.
Oh, the P must be silent.
Yeah. Chrissy.
Oh, okay.
Well, this has gotten really weird.
It has. But go check out Tetris Effect soundtrack. I don't know if you want the original Tetris soundtrack. You might not like that.
What was your favorite track on there, Carm?
It was one of the last stages. It's the one with the air balloons.
Ooh, okay. I think my favorite one on there was Epstein Didn't Kill Himself. That was my
All
favorite.
right, Carmen, why don't you go ahead and get us out of here?
Okay. All right, guys. Play on and stay.
Hella
Average.
How am I supposed to follow